the $1 Million Mortgage Experience Podcast.
All right, welcome to today's podcast. We're here with Thuan Nguyen, and he is the CEO of Loan Factory. He closed 11,000 loans in 2020 and 21 and leads one of the most successful mortgage brokers in the whole country. Welcome to the show, Thuan.
Thank you, John.
Man, so that's a lot of loans. 11,000?
A lot.
A lot of processing.
It's crazy. I myself couldn't even believe that I closed that many loans.
Well, 2021 was a good year for all of us,
it's
right?
It's the best year ever. My record, I think the next 30 years, no one can beat that record because of the pandemic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the rates were what, 0, 1?
Everyone refinance.
Everyone
and that
did.
is why. And if you wait for another time like that, it's going to be difficult.
So you kind of have to learn how to adapt, right? Adapt to the new market.
Exactly. You need to be ready because anything can happen. If you're ready, you can capture a lot of opportunities.
Yeah. But you have to put in the infrastructure, the groundwork, all the hard work.
Exactly.
Even when it's quiet, you got to just get ready.
Exactly.
It's
you know
back.
that. Yeah. Exactly. What only the experienced people will know.
Yeah.
Like if you experience one refinance wave in the past, then you should plan ahead so that the next wave come.
Right.
You can be even bigger. You can capture even more business.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know it's coming. It's just
exactly. It will come for sure.
It's going to come.
And so it's all just a matter of time and how prepared you are.
Yeah.
What you're going to do differently this time so that you can capture even more business.
Yeah, 100%. And I think it's a lot of it's just you got to be ready to put in hard work, put in long hours.
Always,
right?
always. In this business, if you don't work hard, you're out,
And when you work hard, you can make a ton of money.
A lot of money.
It's one of the best. I'm not a college graduate. I'm a true entrepreneur and, have had multiple businesses, not just mortgages, but other businesses that have been successful. But, I think it's in the DNA, it's in the grit of, how hard are you willing to work? Are you able to pivot? Are you able to kind of forecast and see trends, see, is the wave coming? Like my son's a surfer. So, he took me out when I first went out. I've been out before that, but a few times and got beat up, but we'll go out with my son and he's like, he knows when that wave's coming.
Yes.
He'll start paddling. He sees it. I'm like, wait, what? Like, how do you know it's
exactly
your experience?
The experience, right? It's all about the experience.
How to be at the right place at the right time.
Exactly.
To get the right angle, to get the right. And I just think of that. I use that example because the mortgage business is full of cycles, full of sets. I should call it sets,
it's
right?
Exactly. A great analogy with surfing, right?
Right.
And that's exactly what I did the last refinance wave. Rate hit the bottom low, everyone refinance. So it's just a matter of how many clients you can handle, how many loans you can close. There's no question because there's plenty of business out there. Yeah. If you can close more, people will come. Right. And I think the biggest problem back then is most lender, they don't have enough resource or processor to handle. Right. They don't have enough underwriter to underwrite a loan. Right. It takes like 1 or 2 weeks or even 3 weeks to underwrite a loan. Sure. It takes 60 days to close a loan. Right. And it's amazing that as a lender, whoever have enough resource, you can make so much more money. So it's just a matter of you, not the client anymore.
And being ready.
Yeah. And I learned that lesson and I pivot. Every time when something like that happened, I figure out that during a difficult time, it's so hard to have one client. And now we have hundreds, thousands of clients. We need to appreciate it. Yeah. And we need to be able to close all of it.
Yeah.
Right?
How do you appreciate your clients?
It's basically when the client come to me. So for example, client call me and say, Thuan, I send you all the document. I finished the application and my loan is super easy. Yeah. 3 days already. Nobody touched my loan. I got so mad. And I call my staff up and say, what happened? And they say, sorry, Thuan, all of us are working 14 hours a day, 6 days a week. Right. What else you want me to do? Yeah. And I scratch my head and say, there must be a solution. Mm-hmm. So many clients waiting for me, a lot of money at stake, a lot of my reputation on the line too, right? Yeah. So, but then everyone at full capacity. And I I try to find a solution. And simple solution would be find more processor.
Yeah.
And back then, it's impossible to hire more processor.
Right. They're just already taken. Everyone
all taken. And then if
and
you want to
paid really well.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And in order to train a new processor, it might take 6 months.
Yeah. You have 6 months.
I come up with a solution. I use technology. I rip off my process and come up with the process. I call that assembly line.
Yeah.
So that way, every processor only do one or two things.
I'm sorry this is offensive, but you Asians have the assembly line down the best. I say that respectfully. Like, you guys know how to do it, and us white guys are just like, we're gonna take one at a time. We don't know how to, it's like, but you guys know how to do this whole.
Rip it up.
Respect.
And so that way we can hire a lot of new processor and train them for 1 week, and they can do it.
Because each one does one thing.
One thing. It's one thing.
So how was it like a car factory where one person did the tires?
Exactly. Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly like that.
Where'd you take that model from?
I just figure out in order to solve the problem, the only way to be able to hire a lot of staff and they can contribute right away and they make little mistake, it only let them do one or two things.
Right.
It's so easy and so simple.
Right.
They can learn quickly.
Order a flood surge. One's ordering an appraisal. One's ordering,
You have a processor assist team to do like VOE, to do little thing outside.
You like one manager that oversees it and makes sure that everyone's
every department will have one manager. So one manager, they only do like every day, like renaming the file and put all the file together and ready. We have many different process.
Yeah.
So everyone doing one thing, and that's how we can solve that problem. And that's why I can close so many loans.
Wow. Did you find that like you were having to run a shop that was open 24 hours? Like, how did you do it?
I was thinking about that too, but I need to let my staff rest. Yeah. And it's long run,
you have like split shifts where someone comes in and over at night. Yeah. Did you tap into like overseas at all? Okay.
We did even tap into overseas.
Nice.
And they work a lot harder too.
Yeah, and they work at other hours, right?
And I follow the principle that everyone should be motivated. Everyone should be on a bonus type. Yeah. You work harder, you get more bonus.
That's capitalism.
Yeah. I mean, everyone happy. Right, happiness is the key, right?
Yeah.
Capitalism, but as long as you're happy.
I'm a fan of, Because otherwise you're like, why should I do this? I don't care.
Exactly. Exactly. At the bottom line, at the end of the day, everyone happy.
So you told me before we got on that English is your second language.
Yes.
You came here when?
1992.
Okay.
And I didn't speak any language.
How many words did you know when you landed?
None. When people call me on the phone, I throw the phone because there's no point of keeping it up because I couldn't understand. Yeah.
Okay, so 1992, right? And how fast? How did you learn English?
School. I worked in the assembly line, making $4.25 an hour.
And how old were you?
20 years old.
And then
I work full time in the assembly line, making that much. Nighttime I go to school. I mean ESL, learn ESL. That's how I learn the language.
Is that English?
That's a second language. Yeah. So I learn at nighttime.
Fast? You learn pretty fast?
No. Imagine no internet, not a lot of exposure.
No YouTube.
Yeah. No, it's hard to learn that when. Back then,
Full immersion.
Here it's easier. Here's movie everywhere. You can look at the subtitle. You can learn.
Right.
You listen. You learn. You watch movie. You listen to music. Back then, there's nothing. I mean, back then.
I'm learning Spanish. It's hard.
Yeah.
Well, you were learning at 20. I started learning probably at 49 years old.
Wow.
And I'm getting it right. Like I can be dangerous. If I go to Mexico, I can order too much tequila or something.
So my kids, I knew that Spanish gonna be so important.
Yeah.
So when I was little, I sent them to Spanish immersion school. Nice. So now they speak 3 languages. Yeah. I see
Again,
that.
you Asians, man, you guys, us Americans, we speak one language and maybe one and a half, maybe one and a half. But
No,
the Europeans and the Asian community, they
I
get
know.
it. They get it.
they live.
Hats off to
Their
you guys.
life is like that.
Yeah.
I mean, one thing I learned so much is lately when I travel, I learn it so much more. I get exposure more to
Yeah.
other culture, other people.
Yeah.
We American, we enjoy our life so much. We don't know what's going on outside of America.
We have no idea.
We don't care to learn another language.
Right.
But look at European and Asia. They learn to speak so
much
many
respect
languages.
for you and for others that know they're multilingual, because it is hard. And like to your point of getting your kids in young, that's so important. I remember a moment with my daughter. She was like, "Dad, I just want to do art. I'm not doing Spanish." And I said, "You're doing Spanish." I was so mad. I was like, "I don't care. You're not doing art. You can do art anytime, but you're doing Spanish, and there's no chance you're going to change my mind."
I almost divorced with my wife. She threatened to divorce me.
Really?
You know why? Because we live in a nice neighborhood,
Okay.
great school.
All right.
And of course, we, all of us want to live in great neighborhood so
Right.
that we can send our kids to great school, right?
Yeah.
So my wife, same thing. And this, Asian wife cares so much for kid education.
Of course. Yeah.
But then I send my kid to Spanish immersion school
Okay.
in a bad neighborhood,
Okay.
bad school,
Okay.
very bad,
Wow.
where 95% of kids are Mexican.
Yeah.
And my wife just cannot stand it.
Yeah.
She said, I'm going to pull her out. I pull them out. I said, no. And then we argue.
You
And she said,
fighting over that.
we have to divorce.
Yeah.
She threatened me. But at the end, now she appreciate that. The kid also appreciate that too.
Oh, they appreciate it so much.
They can easily talk to anyone. And when they speak Spanish, many Asians don't speak Spanish.
No, it's hard.
Yeah.
It's hard. I can't even imagine how hard it is to learn, Asian languages. That's even like, 'cause it's symbols. It's not even, I mean, at least, we can say like, fantastico, fantastic.
Yeah,
it's like
yeah.
so close. And
Yeah,
certain
yeah.
words are so close, but like, you're completely different.
Exactly.
Everything.
Exactly.
It's gotta be. So,
just like you and me. Imagine we speak another language, like Spanish.
right.
The Hispanic people would love us a
Yeah,
lot more.
They respect
And
it.
we can grow our business a lot faster too.
Right. Right.
But we are who we are. and,
yeah. How many languages do you speak?
only two.
English and
Yeah, I try to learn a little bit of Spanish. It's not that easy.
Taco,
Yeah.
tequila.
Yeah,
there's
it's
a few
not that
ones that you
easy.
can know, right? You
Yeah.
know a few. It's kind of like me and my Italian, pizza, pasta, va bene. Like, I know a few words, but
Yeah.
so that's just it probably helps business, right? And you're making your kids go through some hard things that because now it's like choose your hard, right? You choose your hard now or choose your hard later. Like if you have
Exactly.
Spanish at a young age, then when you're older, you're going to have an easier time. In
Exactly.
Whether it's getting a job or getting
Everything
more
is
business,
easier.
Everything becomes easier.
Everything easier.
So you choose your
That's
hard.
why I advise my loan officer, go after a demographic, a target population that you can connect it to.
Yeah.
Like I'm Vietnamese, I go after Vietnamese.
Yeah.
You're Hispanic, you go after Hispanic.
Sure.
You're Iranian, you go after Iranian.
Yeah.
And then some of the Caucasian loan officer told me, how about me? I have no one to go after. I feel sorry. But then imagine if he or she speaks Spanish,
Yeah.
then it's a great access.
Oh,
You
yeah.
can approach all the Hispanic and say, I'm white, but I speak fluent Spanish.
And they respect it. It's
Yeah,
like
exactly.
you go, oh well, you cared enough to.
You learn.
Yeah, you
You
learn.
care.
Like,
You want to know more about these Hispanic people,
and
Latino
people are so
people.
welcoming if you just give them a chance.
They
right?
love it. They love it. They love it.
We're afraid of what we don't know.
Imagine when my kids speak Spanish, people shock. There's no
Yeah.
accent.
Right.
And they shock. Let's say like someone speak Italian to you. Like
Yeah.
imagine I speak Italian to you.
Yeah.
You're gonna be shocked.
Oh, yeah.
And you're gonna remember me forever.
Oh yeah.
And we're gonna be friends or even clients forever, right?
Yeah. Oh,
That's
yeah.
exactly what's going on.
It's a
That's
connection point that you can't pay for.
Exactly.
Cannot pay for that.
Exactly.
And
exactly.
it just creates and it's you'll never forget that person,
Exactly. Never.
which
never
is
forget.
so big in business, so
And
important.
this business, everything about impressing other people.
Yeah.
Impressing them, show them how good you are.
Right.
Exactly. With mortgage business, the same thing. How do you win your client?
Yeah.
How do you prove to your client that you are good? How you make them remember you? Good mortgage is not like food. They don't need you every day.
Sure.
They need you when they need it too. Maybe 5 years from now.
Yeah.
So you need
Hopefully
to
soon.
impress them. You need to impress them so that when they need mortgage, they call you.
The good thing about America is that people need money more often than you think.
Yes.
Because we have the consumerism, right? So you're like,
Exactly.
you see all this equity growing in your house, and you're like, I need a pool.
Yeah.
Or my kids are going to college, or I need a new kitchen. My kitchen's tired, it's old. I want the new kitchen, right? And so there's always a reason for us to tap into equity. And thankfully, we're in a business where people that own assets are the property values rise, and it's like you got all this wealth. And so I think that's what always excited me about the mortgage business was
that's why people would call me.
Yeah,
I'm happy for them. Either they buy a house, they cash out, they do something good. And that's why they see us
investing or whatever, right? And you're like, they're happy.
Yeah, I'll refinance.
They're not calling you miserable. Like I'm in bankruptcy. That only happens in the crashes, right?
Yeah.
Hopefully we don't have one. I've been through 2008 and that was miserable. I had to help people into foreclosure, and that was a sad time. But
exactly,
there's always a way to help people in this business. And I think right now, over the last year, like what were the majority of loans? Were you doing any reverses, second mortgages? Like what are you guys doing?
Mostly forward mortgage.
Forward, like cash outs?
Refinance, rate and term or cash out. Yeah.
Well, rate and term would be kind of pointless if you have a 4 or 3.
Yeah.
And you're only at 7.
So the last 2 years, I do a lot of
cash out?
Purchase. I don't do a lot of cash out.
So how did you guys really because the purchase market went from this down to small, right?
Yeah.
So how did you guys penetrate getting volume there?
This is a great question. Just like most other lenders or mortgage company out there, when rates shot up like this, the business collapsed.
Right.
Most of the lender, they lay off 90% of their staff, almost all of them. Yeah. Better.com, Home Loan Depot and all that. Mm-hmm. The business collapsed.
Sure.
And I was facing the same situation.
Yep.
95% of my business was refinance.
Yep.
And they all disappear overnight. It's really fast.
You gave them the lowest rate possible.
Exactly. And I have to build a great company with a lot of staff to support a lot of refinance business.
Yeah, right.
And now it's all disappear. So on one end, revenue disappear. Mm-hmm. On the other end, expense is still there.
Yep.
And it's a lot of money, expenses, a lot of staff.
Overhead, yeah.
So I was trying to solve that problem. I treat like my staff, my company is like my arm and leg, right? My arm and my feet.
Yep.
I don't want to cut it.
Yep.
If I cut it, I lost everything, right?
Yeah, you can never use it again. It's
exactly.
It's gone, yeah.
And it's hard to build a company big like that.
Yep.
And if you cut, you scale down, it's hard to grow it again.
Yeah.
It's not easy to grow a company.
I would say 90% of mortgage companies do that.
Yeah.
So they figure it out, but they don't create sticky employees. They create, the fly by night.
They let go.
I'm going to shop. I'm going to hop to the next company that pays me more.
Everyone in this industry know that.
Yeah.
In the good time, you hire a lot of people. In the bad time, you lay off people.
Yeah, it's pretty normal in the mortgage business.
In this business.
Yeah.
But I refuse that. So I try really hard, try to bring in more business. And I figure out that the only way to bring in business is go after the realtor.
Yep.
Consumer, they all disappear. They are suffering too.
Yep.
There's not many purchase business out there either.
Right.
Everything dry up. So the best way is to work with realtor. So this is how I figure out. I try to work with a lot of realtor. And I deal with 50 of them, a lot of them. And I struggle. And then at the end, I figure out that in order to work with realtor, it's a relationship business.
Yep.
I need to spend a lot of time with them, understand them, and help them.
Yep.
And relationship is between two people.
Yep.
And I cannot delegate.
Yeah.
I try to delegate too. I try to build relationship and delegate.
It doesn't work.
It doesn't work. Relationship, Come on.
Yeah, people
So-
want to work with you. People where's Thuan? Why can't I get Thuan off the phone?
Exactly. I try to solve that problem. I always try to solve problem.
Yeah.
And I build a relationship, but my staff cannot take over.
No.
And I realized that it's impossible. I failed that.
So you had to work 24 hours a day.
Yeah. Even that, I still cannot scale. I cannot have 50 or 100 relationship with those realtors. So I decided that I give up. So now, what is my choice?
Mm-hmm.
I have to lay off people, my staff. So I say, no way, no. And then I figure out, who has that kind of relationship with the realtor? I figure out loan officer.
Yep.
A lot of loan officer out there has good relationship with realtor,
Right.
but they struggle.
Mm-hmm.
They don't know how to run business. They don't know how to close loan. They don't know how to do marketing. They don't have enough support.
Yep.
Or sometimes they don't know how to build relationship with realtor, strengthen it.
Yep.
So I know everything. I have everything. So I shake hand with the loan officer.
Bring him on.
Hey, how about this? You already have a relationship with realtor.
Yep.
Join me. I help you.
Yep.
I have everything that helped me become the number one loan officer in the country. The technology, the support, the price, the rate, everything that I have is so good already. I give it all to you and help you grow your business.
Right.
So we become
so
partner.
you invest in the loan officer.
Yes, 100%.
Give me like a couple ideas that you invest in. Like, how do you support them?
Many ways.
Just give me two.
So, for example, loan officer, they don't know how to marketing or advertise.
Yep.
So I help them. I train them. So I'm the one that training my staff.
Yep.
And then I share with them how you run your business. How you a lot of loan officers do business the wrong way. They try to do everything themselves.
Sure.
They don't know which is important and which is not important.
Yeah.
So when they join me, I told them, hey, you need to spend most of your time building a relationship with realtor and your clients, marketing, networking, and do not spend time on processing.
Yeah.
And you don't have to spend time learning the software and all that. We take care of everything for you.
You get the relationship, you get the deal in, and then you just throw it over your shoulder.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Done. Don't have to worry.
Yeah.
Everything else, the process, the team take care of it for you.
Yeah.
And, I teach them the right way to do things, to scale the business, to make sure your client happy. And I even promise them, if you join Loan Factory, 99% of your client would be happy with you, and they're going to give you 5-star review on your Google.
And then they're going to refer you business.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And so your business is going to be stabilized and keep growing. You're not on your own anymore. You have a team, a big team to support you, a big company to support you.
Yeah.
You have the software, you have everything. And the best thing is it costs you nothing if you don't close any loan. We are a flat fee model.
Yep.
We support you. You have no overhead costs. You don't have to pay for software. You don't have to pay for processing or anything.
Sure.
You just pay a flat fee per closed loan. And we are very competitive.
Yeah.
Not only we offer you the best benefit, but the cost is at the lowest.
Yeah.
You compare to any other brokers out there, we charge you the least.
Yeah.
So, no brainer. Go ahead and compare.
Yeah.
And that's why I have the slogan, we dare you to compare. So we dare our clients to compare. We dare our loan officer to compare everything.
Wow. You just beat them on price, beat them on
Beat them on
service.
everything.
How many loan officers do you have now?
Almost 1,200. So we are number 4 in terms of loan officer count right now. And we become number 2 probably in a month.
Wow.
Number 3, I'm sorry, yeah.
You're moving up.
Yeah,
you
moving
want to
up
be
quickly.
number 1, right?
Just a matter of time.
Yeah.
We've grown so fast.
When did you start?
We pivot the business model a year and a half ago.
Really?
When I realized that we cannot roll the business out myself.
Yep.
Before that, we do not accept a loan officer. So before that, we have like 10 loan officer who are friends and family.
Yeah.
So, but then right after that, we opened up the company. A lot of loan officers keep coming in.
Wow.
And that's how we grow so fast.
That's cool. And you have how many lenders on your lender list?
The lender,
Yeah.
over 200.
Wow. Do you have like preferred lenders?
Not really.
How does FundLoans become a preferred lender?
So basically, we let everyone compete.
Yeah.
We ourselves compete. Competition is good for everyone.
It's good. Yeah.
So that's why we build a marketplace.
Yeah.
We don't favor anyone. I myself don't recommend any lender.
Mhm.
But I build a marketplace
Yeah.
where our loan officer can see all the lender, can talk to all the lender. So we want our lender to compete for our loan officers.
Yeah.
So the marketplace that we build, if you are helpful, if you're good, you can go on the marketplace. You can go live
Mm-hmm.
so that all the loan officer can see that.
Yeah.
And if they have questions, they talk to you.
That's good.
So if you help our loan officer, you get the business.
It's good. It's awesome.
Yeah.
So obviously we've had a challenging market. What are some strategies that your loan officers are using today to like really win in 2024?
The business still there are only two ways to get clients: realtor and social media. Nowadays, TikTok,
Instagram,
Facebook, Instagram, social media.
Yep.
And I always encourage them to make a lot of noise.
Yeah.
And it's kind of weird that a lot of loan officers are shy.
They're shy. Yeah.
I don't understand.
This is a sales business. Come
I
on.
know.
Why are you guys shy? This is
I don't understand.
Your job is an originator. You're supposed to be out originating.
Exactly.
You came in the wrong business if you're shy. Like, come on.
I don't understand. And I even told my loan officer, hey, look at this. You join our company, the number one. You join me. Now you have everything that make me become number one.
Yeah.
Now I give everything to you. Now you have the best rate, the best service, the best reputation, the best team.
Yeah.
You have 200 lender. It's easy to go out there and blast the whole internet, the social media. It's easy to say, hey, come to me. I can close any loan. Imagine I'm the new loan officer.
Yeah.
You join Loan Factory. This is what you can do. You go everywhere. You talk to realtor on social media. You say, hey, work with me. I can close any loan. I work with 200 lenders. I can close any type of loan.
Right.
Of course, realtor and loan officer and client would love to hear that.
Yeah.
And then I even have $1,000 lowest rate guarantee. You join me, you can promote that program. So you can go around and promote it. I say, hey, come to me. I give you the best rate. If not, I give you $1,000. Come on, who can give you that marketing tool to promote like that?
Yeah.
Only Loan Factory.
Right.
I give them so much. I even give them AI application. I give you the technology so that you can promote on social media, or you say that, hey, come to me.
Yep.
I make your experience so easy, so transparent, so easy. You don't have to fill out application. We have AI that help you fill out application.
Wow.
You need to impress everyone around you,
Yep.
so that people know you and come to you.
Yep.
So that's how I offer my loan officer. I offer you everything possible so that you can go out there and compete.
Yeah.
And you can stand out that no one even compare to you.
Sure.
Because most loan officers out there are either too shy, they don't speak anything, they don't say anything, or they don't have anything compared to you.
Sure.
Because you have everything so good from Loan Factory.
Yeah.
So I kind of educate them, tell them what to do so that they can be successful. They can be recognized in their community or by the realtors out there. So
give me some specific examples. So what's your top loan officer doing? How many loans a month?
the top one just closed 19 loans a month. So most of them
19?
close 19 loans a month. Most of them close about 8 and up.
In this market.
Yeah, in the top 10 loan officer. And we are a young company. Remember that.
Yeah.
Everyone is young. And it's hard to recruit top loan officer.
Yeah.
When they get used to it, they're doing well.
Yeah.
So we are so new.
So you're creating new loan officers.
And we create an environment and a platform for them to be successful.
Yeah.
And we will prove that to everyone else out there that our platform is the best platform.
So how many in this last from January 2024, how many loan officers have you recruited?
We
this year. So the last
we
8
have
months.
On average, we have about 100 loan officers join a month.
That's wow.
Yeah. So 7 months.
So do you have someone specifically in the job seat of recruiting, and or is it more like training out of college, or how do you get your
everything we do it systematically.
Mm-hmm.
It's really hard to do anything nowadays manually.
Yeah.
So we try to do everything systematically.
Yeah.
So we have a team of recruiter to go out. We have a team of onboarding. We have an onboarding process to automate everything.
Yep.
We don't allow anyone to complain. Anyone, even the staff, even the loan officer, even the client. So one thing that makes us different and better than everyone else out there is we have the technology. We build our own technology to do whatever we want. So when I figure out that I need to have a good system to help me with recruiting and onboarding, we build that system.
Yeah.
So everything we do, we build a system to handle it so that we can scale easily and with minimal effort, and everyone involved will be happy.
So it sounds like everyone's happy, but what are your biggest challenges right now?
The biggest challenge? Well, I myself is the biggest challenge because I want to scale more.
Yeah.
I want to be able to grow faster, but I don't have a lot of talent to help me. And I think not only me, but in many companies, it's hard to find talent. It's hard to find the right man, the right hand man, or the left hand man.
Yeah.
To help you out.
That cares enough. Like
exactly.
So you have more than one owner, or is it just you that's owner?
I'm the only owner.
It's always hard to, I'm in a similar thing. I have a partner, but people never care as much as you do. It's almost like a loan. Like when you're the loan officer, you're making the lion's share, right, at the commission. You do $1 million loan, you're going to make at least 10 grand minimum. And so no one else, the escrow officer doesn't care. They're making $50 or whatever they're going to make off that deal. Processor's going to maybe make their bonus, $100. Their funder's going to make their little tiny bonus. The account manager, everyone's going to make hardly anything. So they don't care as much as you care about your loan.
Exactly.
And so that's a challenge.
I found a solution.
Tell me.
Capitalism. The one you just said.
You got to spread the wealth a little more.
Exactly.
Incentivize, right?
So we're gonna have stock option.
Okay.
I live in Silicon Valley.
So I know
that. So we plan to have stock option.
Yep.
And whoever is a great talent who join, they get some share. If they perform well, they have great access to the company. They get more
ownership.
Of course. Everything ownership.
Yeah.
So I'd rather give up some ownership, but I can grow my company so much bigger, a bigger pie, right? For everyone.
Right. Bigger,
Exactly. That is my solution.
So that's your biggest challenge. What about any failures you've had along the way? You've learned some lessons, of course, because you always have to learn lessons.
Yes.
What's some lessons you've learned?
Some lesson. It's all about myself too.
Yeah.
I need to delegate.
Yeah.
I need to look at the long-term vision and try to plan ahead of time. Otherwise I get burned. It's hard to achieve the goal if I don't have a vision, a long-term goal. So those are the things that I make mistake. I make mistake a lot in the past.
Yeah.
Like for example, I don't have an agreement with my staff so that to prevent them from stealing my clients. And a lot of them go out and become broker and compete and even steal my clients.
Yeah.
It happened. So one of the advice is you need to protect your client base. Sign an agreement so that later on they go out, they cannot solicit your client.
They can't take their base,
Exactly. So that is another mistake that I make too. I suffer a lot too with that.
So you seem like a successful person, I can tell.
I'm trying to.
Do you have any habits that you do that you think help you with that success? Like, do you practice, any type of meditation?
No, actually.
What do you do to attribute to success?
I try to learn because, to be honest with you, I'm venture into some area that I never done before.
Okay.
And I wish I had a mentor.
Yeah.
I try something big, something challenging, something not easy, and I don't have a mentor. I don't have the experience.
Yeah.
So I try to listen to YouTube a lot, and try to listen to a lot of advice there from successful people there. That's one thing I think I do well.
That's good.
I think that is good. And I try to follow best practice, like go to bed early, get up early, and get things done in the morning.
Yeah.
So those things are good. And the last thing is I try to travel a lot more, because whenever I travel, I get more motivated. I learn more. I see things different at a different angle, and
true.
it's better.
You always got your eyes open.
Exactly.
See what's.
Otherwise, everything every day become a routine.
Yep.
And times go by really fast.
And you get in a rut.
Exactly.
Yeah. That's good. Yeah. You always got to learn. And I'm a big believer in always getting more input and trying to learn from people, learn from your mistakes. I'm in a group called EO, Entrepreneur Organization. And I have a group of peers of 8 guys that I meet with every month. And we all share from our experiences.
That's good.
That you should look into it.
Yeah.
Entrepreneur Organization. It's a really good organization that you can share. You all have NDAs.
I love it. I think I should join that.
You should join it.
I love to talk to.
There's chapters everywhere.
Yeah, I love it.
In the Silicon Valley, there's a chapter. San Diego has a big chapter. Shout out to EO because they're awesome. And as a CEO or someone who's at the top of your company, it's lonely at the top. You don't get to share. You can't go to your.
You cannot. When you get sick, you run to any problem. You cannot even share to anyone.
So you're going to YouTube. But it'd be better to pick up a phone and call your friend that's in your,
To be honest with you,
he might be in a different business, but he knows how to run a sales team. He knows how to go through challenges because he's ahead of you, maybe selling his business or whatever. And I agree, stuff like that. Yeah. Entrepreneurs need to be.
Thank you for letting me know. Yeah, I learned something. See, I go out here.
Do a podcast, you learn about,
I learn every time. Yeah. That's why I love to do anything. People invite me to do this and that. I say, why? Yes, why not?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
I'm not selfish. I love to contribute. I love to share. I love to learn.
Yeah.
Everyone should do the same thing.
I love that. What is kind of last words? What would you say to a loan officer in August 2024, what they should do to make their business bigger right now?
They have to take it serious.
Yeah. What does that mean?
I think 90% of the loan officer or even real estate agent, they don't take things seriously. I just had a trade show. I speak there. I told everyone that you are the business owner.
Yeah.
You need to have a business plan. You need to have a goal.
Yeah.
And you need to have an action plan how to achieve your goal.
Yeah.
You cannot do business for fun and you don't really know what is your goal. You don't know what you're supposed to do every day.
Yeah.
You are a loser if you do that.
Right.
Take it serious.
Yeah.
Have a business plan, have a goal, and try to come up with a plan so that you can achieve your goal.
Yeah.
Like every day, what you're gonna supposed to do.
Yeah. How much time do you take a day to work on your goal? Like let's just say goal setting.
I need to improve on that as well.
I think we all do.
I
right?
set a big goal, and I always now it's not about me anymore.
Yeah.
I try to get the whole company to support me.
Yeah.
And so I'm trying to push everyone in the company to have their own KPI.
Yeah.
And they
use the technology for
that. They have to evaluate and then they have to report to me. So if the whole company doing it, it's better than only me.
Sure.
So that's what I'm doing right now.
Yeah, that's good. That's really good.
Yeah.
What about any shout outs to someone that's helped you?
Oh, I love and I really appreciate anyone who helped me. I really appreciate that.
Anybody that you can shout out to?
Yeah, I mean, he's right here in front of me. He
Shout
helped
out.
me today.
What's his name?
Yeah, Isa.
Sia.
Yeah.
Shout out to
He
Sia.
helped me. He volunteered to help me.
We all need a right hand, right? We all need someone that can.
A lot of
help us.
people helping me.
That's great.
To be honest, a lot of people helping me every day.
You need help, right?
I appreciate them so much.
Yeah.
And it's all about helping each other.
Right.
So I really appreciate and I will never forget whoever helped me.
That's good. That's
yeah,
really
and
good.
that's why in this business, anyone, even loan officer or even processor, if you help other people unconditionally, people will appreciate you and they will pay you back one way or another.
Yeah.
I mean, and you get paid when you help people because you feel good.
Yeah.
And everything is about feeling good, right?
It doesn't take a lot of effort It doesn't take a lot of time.
Exactly.
But every little thing you do matters. So like, let's just say a 2-minute phone call, 2 minutes of your time.
Yeah.
But it goes so long, right? If you make a 2-minute call, you tell someone thank you, you specify what they did, you tell them, they will remember that forever, right? And it took you 2 minutes.
Exactly.
It's free. It's free.
Exactly.
Things like that. Like if we do that more and just go, God, I just need to take 5 minutes out of my day, call 2 or 3 people, leave them voice message, send a text message.
Yes.
It just goes so much farther.
And that is one advice for all loan officer out there and realtor out there is to call all your past client.
Yeah. And thank them.
Write out the list. Call them and say thank them for doing business with you 5 years ago.
Yep.
Because of you. Now I'm successful.
Right.
And I'm even better than the past. I'm even better than 5 years ago. So in case in the future, if you need mortgage, you need help, reach out to me for anything.
Right.
Call me. I love to help. So it can be mortgage, it can be anything. Call me. So call all your past clients and share with them how much you appreciate them. And
don't even ask them for
them.
business. Just take a minute to thank them and just see what happens.
Exactly.
It's like a magic.
And that's why the same thing like that. I ask all of my loan officer to go out, invite realtor out for lunch, and don't ask for business. You sit down,
just create a relationship,
and learn from each other, and that's it.
Yep.
And if you don't ask, it's more effective than you ask.
Right.
For sure.
Because then they go, well, how can I repay you? You paid for my lunch. Like now they're thinking about you.
Exactly.
And all of a sudden they want to, and others are more talented than others. Like you have, some are more talented than others. Where like last night I was at a happy hour thing, and one of the guys that I met just was trying to help me, and I didn't even ask him for help. He just was trying to help, and he's texted like 4 people to try to refer, and it just, you never know what's going to happen, and you just have to have gratitude and go out there. And
so that's why when I build my company, we try to make it beneficial for everyone in the company.
Yep.
And that way people appreciate it. Yep. People will stay, people will bring more, refer more loan officer to Loan Factory.
Right.
So it's all about generating the benefit. If you can generate benefit, you're going to be successful.
Absolutely.
So if you are a loan officer and you are helpless, you cannot help anyone.
Sure.
Then you are helpless. You are useless.
You're a loser.
Exactly. I have to say that. So that's why I always encourage loan officer to try to get better every day. Mm-hmm. You have to be so good that people have to want to know you and come to you because they know that in the future they need your help.
Yeah.
So it's all about you to create something so attractive that people will come to you instead of you have to reach out to people and begging for business.
Right.
You do the opposite.
People put up shields when you go out and you ask. If you're going out to get, their shields are up. They're like, But if you go out to give, it's just opposite. And you got to learn that. And I think people learn that. But I think a lot of people continue to call and ask. And they're always asking. And it's good to ask, but you got to ask at the right time.
Yes.
You don't ask right out the gate. And I think that you've learned that. I've learned that in my 28 years of doing this. But I think that's great. How do people find you?
Oh, I'm everywhere. I'm everywhere.
Google.
That is the bottom line. That is the bottom line, right? You want to be more successful, then that means a lot of people have to know you.
Yeah.
If people don't know you, how can they come to you? I learned that lesson too.
Yeah.
In the past.
It's marketing, right?
I was thinking about, I build a great website with great pricing engine. User can go and they will see. They will love it.
But you can't type in Thuan Nguyen because there's a lot of Thuan Nguyen. So how do they find you? Tell us how to find you.
I do run ads.
You got to type in Loan Factory.
I run ads everywhere. Yeah. I'm the owner of the company. I wrote the company.
So what's your website?
I do advertisement. I do radio talk show. I do a lot of different things. Okay. I keep database. I reach out to my client regularly. There's many ways.
But people watching today, how do they find you? Loanfactory.com? What?
Yeah, loanfactory.com.
Okay.
You go there, you see it.
Because I'm trying to drive people to. Yeah.
I try to promote my company instead of me.
Yeah.
So my company is me. The same thing.
So loanfactory.com.
Yeah. If my company cannot, if you look at Loan Factory and you're not impressed, that means I fail.
Yeah.
So
I'm gonna have to go check it out.
Yeah. I mean, I'm 100% sure that I want to make sure that everyone look at Loan Factory. You have to be impressed.
Yep. Well, that's good.
Yeah.
This is fun.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you for coming on.
Thank you very much, John. Thank you.
And I'm hoping that you enjoyed this podcast. Please like, share, subscribe, and let us know in the comments what you think of Loan Factory, and check them out. And we'll see you on the next podcast.
And you can, any one of you, if you listen to the podcast,
Yeah.
you can always reach out to me.
Yeah.
I love to chat. I love to make friends. I love to help.
Awesome.
So even you're my competitor, don't think like that.
Yeah.
I never think anyone is my competitor, but I want you to get better.
Yeah.
So that as a competitor, right? If you're better, I have to be even better than you.
Right.
So I want my competitor to be so good, so that I can even better than you.
Give him a challenge. You got to give
Exactly.
it. This is not fun if there's no challenge.
Exactly. It's about fun.
Yeah.
It's about
fun.
getting better. Yeah.
Right.
So do not hesitate to reach out to me or any of your competitor and learn.
Yeah.
Don't close yourself out. You need to
Don't
reach
stay
out to
stagnant.
everyone.
If you've been at a company forever and you're not going anywhere, change it up.
Exactly. Change is good.
Yeah.
And people resisted to change. I don't know why.
Right.
But change is so
You
good.
have to change. You have to get out of your comfort zone.
The world changing every day.
Every day.
Look at AI now.
It's moving so fast.
Exactly. And if you stay in one place, you're falling back and not good for you.
Right.
So I encourage everyone to change.
Do you have a podcast?
I try to, but I don't have time to do
Do you have
that.
like people? Can you tell someone your Instagram so they can follow you?
Yeah.
Tell them.
Well, no, just search for me.
Yeah, on Instagram?
My name, Thuan Nguyen. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Loan Factory.
We'll put some links on there for everybody to check it out.
Thank you.
All right, we are late for a happy hour, so we're going to say goodbye, and thank you for watching, and we'll see you on the next podcast.
Thank you. Thank you, John.
All right.
The $1 Million Mortgage Experience Podcast.